CFC Fan TV. I'm delighted to be joined by the one and only Charlie, the Hurricane Skillen. We
How
are
are you,
here.
Bob?
I'm good. I'm really excited for this video because I want to know what you think about it. Please comment below. The question that I'm asking is, where will Chelsea finish this season? So what is in store for Chelsea Football Club this season? I kind of know what I think, but I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. So please comment below and let us know. Charlie, how do you think this season is going to go?
Well, I think, look, for me, the modern Chelsea always has to be going into a season trying to win the league. Realistically, I think that we need to be finishing in the top four. You know, yes, we've won 2 Premier League titles in the last 4 years, but the intermediary spells, we've also not qualified for the Champions League. We need to be back in that Champions League. We need to be back in the elite. You know, it says everything about our status as a club. Things like Eden Hazard staying is going to be crucial if we're in the Champions League or not. And, you know, for the club to move forward and this sort of Sarri project to move forward, I think we need to be in the Champions League. So I think that has to be the goal. And on the early evidence, I'm quite optimistic.
That's right. So we've seen 3 games now for Chelsea, 3 competitive games if you include the Charity Shield, 2 in the league, 1 in the Charity Shield.
Yeah.
And it's starting to take effect, isn't it? Sarri's idea, his work, his ethos is starting to take effect, and we're seeing his ideals come out in the team. And how that's going to manifest itself come May is very, very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even at this early stage, like you say, the difference in the style of play is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's so evident. I mean, you've got to think he's not, because they mucked about so long in terms of sacking Conte and getting Sarri in and the ridiculous intermediary period that we had. He's not worked with them for that long.
No.
You know, you think about how the great managers, how they talk about needing to instill a philosophy, like that can take seasons.
Yeah, well, it took Guardiola at least 1 full season, didn't it?
Yeah.
City won nothing the first year.
People kind of forget that, don't they? I mean, they had a completely nothing season, didn't do anything in Champions League, and sort of, you know, did nothing in the league, finished 3rd or 4th or something. And I think that already, I mean, we're so in its infancy, but you can tell the effect that this method and these training sessions have had on the players and the way in which we attack, the way we use the ball, the way the players move for each other. And yeah, I think it's very positive. I don't think it's without its drawbacks or without its negative points so far.
Its risks.
Yeah, certainly. I feel like the defensive cover in midfield isn't quite what it could be. I think against Arsenal, I mean, we're going to face better teams than Arsenal. You know, you'd have to say Arsenal were probably the weakest of the title challengers.
I don't even think you could call them a title challenge.
Well, no, fine. The weakest of the big 6.
Yeah.
They're firmly 6th, right? They cut us open big time.
Yeah,
in the first half.
Absolutely. I think there's going to be a few things like that we really have to take into effect. But all things considered, where do you think this side will finish?
I'm going to say 3rd.
3rd, okay. I mean, I would take that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The only thing is, I think that it's going to be... I think a lot of people who are analysing it, a lot of fans, a lot of people who actually comment on these videos, they seem to think that the Premier League is a foregone conclusion. Everybody seems to think, the bookies pretty much think it. Manchester City deserve to be handed the title now. You know, we're not even in September and people have already started inscribing Manchester City on the Premier League trophy. And I don't think it can be that. No, well,
it never can be. I mean, I remember going into league seasons thinking we were going to absolutely romp home. And you know, we might have won the first 8 games.
Do you know when I was so convinced? Do you know when I was so convinced it was just going to be a record-breaking season? We were going to do to the league what Manchester City did to the league last year. Was when Felipe Scolari,
that first game against Portsmouth,
4-0 Deco. Yeah,
I tweeted this the other day because the Premier League did 10 years ago or whatever. It was Deco's first goal. I remember coming home from that game or leaving the ground and going into the pub after that game. I was 18 and I was just like, no one else got a chance. No one else has got a chance. We were so good that game, it was a joke.
Was that the same season as well that we went to Bolton? And it was when we scored that incredible goal. I think it was chips in.
Yeah, that was a couple of years later, I think.
That team as well. I was thinking that team was going to romp home, and again it didn't.
I think that might have been Ancelotti's kind of second season. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I just think that with our experience, what we've seen over the years, we know as a football club and as a football club supporting fan base. We know how hard it is to retain a league.
Yeah.
Right. That's why it's so impressive. That's why Manchester United sing songs mocking us for having never won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Because it's so
That's
hard.
That's clutching at straws, that, isn't it?
No, of course. Yeah. I mean, you're yeah, of course. But that's how hard it is.
It's
retaining the trophy is so difficult because also you're the champions. So every away game that you go to, the team waiting to give you a reception, they play a little bit harder. They know that the champions are coming, and the fans are a little bit more up for it. The players are a little bit more up for it. So for you to get that 3 points every single week, it's a little bit harder. And I think that across a full season, Manchester City, they're going to be competing on 4 fronts. They're going to be desperate to win 4 trophies.
Yeah.
I think that their league form isn't going to be the given that it was last season.
No, and also, it sounds ridiculous to say they stuttered because they didn't. But when they lost to Man United and they lost the Champions League semi-finals and they had that will happen again. It happens to every team. And the Champions League, for these owners at Manchester City,
that's the holy grail.
That is the holy grail.
Yeah.
They've won. I mean, obviously they should always be going for the league, but
do you know what? You could look at that City team last year, and this will show you how difficult it is. And that's why I don't think that the league, we should write it off yet. Because Manchester City, as phenomenal as they were last year, they lost their 3 most important games of last season. They played 3 games that were their most important. 2 of them were against Liverpool. 1 of them was against Manchester United. They lost all 3. They lost all 3. And that's the fine margins. Manchester City were clearly the best team in the league last year. They were clearly head and shoulders above us. But when it really comes down to it, it's so difficult to retain a Premier League. And of course they're favourites, and of course I think, if I'm being completely logical about it, that they will do it. But I'm not ready to write off our Premier League chances just yet.
No, and neither am I. I just feel like, I mean, look, you've got to look. I mean, I know it doesn't count for anything. You've got to look at the Charity Shield, how far away we were from them. I think the league game would be a completely different kind of fish. But the league game that I'm really interested in is the Liverpool game in a few weeks' time.
Yes.
I think that's going to be really interesting because in certain sections of the media, they seem to have won the league already. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, what Klopp's built there, albeit with the lack of trophies, which I think people don't really say that much.
No, I think people do flag it. I think Liverpool's biggest issue, much like Tottenham's, much like Pochettino's issue as well. They need a trophy. They desperately need a trophy.
They do, yeah.
And Liverpool last season, they had an incredible year. If you think of the highlights of their season last year, can you imagine being a Liverpool fan and getting the buzz when Van Dijk scored against Everton in the Cup?
Yeah.
When they knocked Roma for 5 or whatever.
We watched it together, didn't we? We were heartbroken.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but the buzz that they must have got throughout the season, there was such highs for them. And I think that if you discount, like, those highs, they mean so much, but if you haven't got an end product, if you haven't got a trophy, at some point you have to ask a question. You don't ask a question yet, but if they don't start converting the panache into points, what's the point?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think obviously, someone that makes this point a lot is Mourinho when they talk about Liverpool and Tottenham, how wonderful they both are, and he says, well, what have they won? And I think that's, again, with Tottenham, that's a crucial thing. We hear endless stuff about how wonderful all these young players are. They're not that young anymore.
Yeah.
They're entering their primes.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of irrelevant how old you are, whether you're young or not. Yeah. If you've played 150 Premier League games, even if you're really young,
you've got the experience.
If you played in a World Cup semi-final, the fact that you're 23 is irrelevant.
Yeah,
because you played in a World Cup final.
It helps. Yeah. So I think those 2 clubs. I completely agree with you. I think they need to win something. I mean, Liverpool have obviously a far bigger history of winning things than Tottenham do.
Yeah.
But I feel like the squad Liverpool have built, I think they seem to have sorted the defence out now.
Yes. Okay, right, Charlie, on the spot. Who's going to win the league?
Manchester City.
Who's going to finish runners-up?
Liverpool.
Who's going to finish 3rd?
Chelsea.
And who is going to get the final Champions League spot?
Man United.
There we have it. They are the Skillens' predicted league. Can you do us a favour? Comment below with your predicted league. And Charlie, just while we're here discussing Chelsea's season, a couple more questions for you.
Come on, let's have them.
So we're not going to win. We're not going to win the league.
Chelsea?
No, of course, no. But according to your predictions, we're not going to win the league. Are we going to win silverware this year?
Yes.
Where will that silverware come from?
I think it will. I predict that in May, me and you will be in a little Azerbaijani bar toasting
in Baku.
our Europa League success.
Okay, so you think our most likely, or the thing that you're predicting is success in Baku?
Yeah,
I'm going to go for a double set of trophies. I think not only will we win the Europa League, but I think that we will win the FA Cup as well. I think it'll be
great.
I think it'll be 2 out of 4 trophies for Sarri in his debut season. Guys, please do us a favour, comment below and let us know how you think Chelsea will progress this season. I've really enjoyed this video. If you have, please do us a favour, click the subscribe button and give us a like just so we can monitor it. And I would just like to say I've loved doing this video. We've got some fantastic cushions around. Have a look at that one. It's got 2 beautiful zebras on it. Cool. I'll see you all on the next video. On you, please.